Something is, oh, it's on the volume button. Okay, hold on, guys. It's gonna be a little shaky. Hold on. I have to find like that sweet spot with this thing on thing. Okay. All right, I guess that's fine. Okay, let me get chat together, which I will have pretty close by. I don't know who's all awake. I know it's pretty late for my East Coast friends. I know Taylor probably is awake. Okay, let me just get chat set up. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. All right. We are going to be working on some mermaid artwork here today. Let me just zoom you in, blast the light. Oh, I guess that's high as it goes. Okay. Bring it closer then maybe. All right. So this is the image we are going to be doing. I'm on watercolor paper. I have, what did I do with it just that fast? We are using, I believe it's Strathmore. Hang on. Yes, we are using Strathmore 100% cotton cold press. If anybody's interested in any of that, it's 140-pound paper. And then I have the transfer image on just 110-pound cardstock paper. And I have my jars of water, and I'm going to be using a mix of Holbein acrylic gouache and Turner acrylic gouache, which is basically the same thing. Right, so I'm gonna have this here so you guys can see, because I know it's really hard to see this image. So this is what we're going to be coloring. Now, I don't have any idea what colors I'm going to use. I pulled out a bunch of blues. I want to try to get his shark outfit down first, I think. And I know I have here Misty Blue, which is kind of close, but I think I want it to be a little bit more blue, but also a little bit more gray. So I can probably add in a little tiny bit of this and see where it goes. And just use this to kind of lighten it up. So I have the brushes that I like to use. These are kind of my favorite ones. I have some other brushes, but these are kind of my favorite. Some of these are watercolor brushes, and I hear that that's not really good for acrylic gouache. So I do have these Hemi brushes, so I'll try those, and we'll see kind of where it goes from there. I did pre-wet them. They are a little damp, so we have that. And then I have my dish. So I want to start with his shark fins. So, and this is a super, and I probably should start with the background, because actually, okay, let's start with the background, because if I mess this up, I can always go over it. So for the background, I know I want it to be kind of like a sea blue, but I also think I want to add a little bit of dark to the edges. I'm not very good with gradients, so but these are kind of like the three colors I do want. So I'm going to start with this turquoise blue. How turquoise blue is this turquoise blue? Yeah, let's start with that. It's gonna be a lot of blues um, in this image. Oh, the binder's kind of coming out. Okay, you do not need a lot of this paint either. Now for this one, I probably am gonna need a brush that's a little bit bigger. Maybe this one. I did pull out some big brushes, but I don't think they need to be that big for this image. I am gonna dampen it a little bit. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing good this lovely night, this Wednesday. Okay, I probably need a little bit more water on that. You don't need a boatload of this paint. It goes a very long way. Why was I so chicken to use this in my sketchbook? This actually feels nice. Well, this is watercolor paper I'm using, and my sketchbook is not watercolor at all. So Yuki. I'll come in with a more detailed brush to get close to his face. I don't want to get too close because he is white, and I don't want to contaminate him because I don't plan on making him white. I plan on leaving him the color of the page. So there are some more people outside, so I have to excuse the dog. And we won't finish this on, we won't finish this on stream. Obviously. Yuki, knock it off, please. I'm sorry, y'all. My dog don't have any sense. So I am going to, once this is finished, I do plan on putting prints of this in my shop. Depending on how it comes out. I do have one with bow. I have not put it on, I have the image sketched out. I need to outline it, and then after I outline it, I need to transfer it to watercolor paper. I'm gonna grab a smaller brush. Taylor, I knew you was up. I said, I know my East Coast friends is probably asleep because it's late for them. I said, well, I know Taylor up. She like me, she be scouring for stuff to watch on YouTube. That's like our main source of entertainment. I'm kind of like in the middle though. I like watching YouTube, but I also like watching like documentary shows and stuff. So, um, like crime documentaries, not like. I mean, I like some of the history ones too, but mainly crime documentaries. You asleep and now you up. Yeah, you just took a little nap. I just took one too. I took a nap and I was like, okay, time to crack down on some of this art stuff. And I was like, well, let me play with my acrylic gouache. Because I have been saying for the past couple days, like, okay, I kind of want to do some acrylic gouache stuff. And I'm like, well, when you going to do it, Jazz? So I'm now up playing. And I'm going to take a finer brush to get into these other small areas. I'm just covering as much as I can around it. Dateline on YouTube? Hmm. And I'm not gonna be on long because I have to eat. I haven't eaten dinner. We're doing pizza, so I kind of want to eat that while it's hot when it gets here. So I'll go until the pizza comes. I don't know why my hand's so shaky today. Jeez, it's kind of been like that all day. I haven't been able to draw a straight line or paint a straight line for some reason. Uh, okay, I'm gonna have to get a smaller brush because I'm scared of these small areas. Oh, they're live 24 hours a day? Hmm. Because you hungry? Well, I had ate earlier, a little bit before my nap, and so I'm not really sure. It could be. It could be. And this blue is like so. Taylor, like, listen, that's why you over there shaking. It's possible, you know. All right. So that brush is clean as it's gonna get. Now, excuse me. Where my paintbrushes go? There they are. I need view. Hi view. I need a nice. I need one that's gonna be hard enough, but also fine enough to get into those areas without messing some stuff up. Oh. Mm, let's see. View done snuck in here. How you doing, View? Like I said, depending on how well this turns out, it'll probably wind up in my shop. Because I'm like, I can do them digitally, but I'm not a digital artist. So it wouldn't make any sense at all to put, to try to recreate it digitally when I've already done it this way. She said I got more coming. Yeah, Taylor falling into that loop. She be getting them art supplies. It's so nice to like just get art supplies and kind of play with them, even if you don't know what you're doing with them. It's nice to play with them and attempt to figure it out. And okay, I do like this brush. I have to be kind of fast too. I know with these, but this brush is kind of annoying because it's running like it's not holding the paint. It's not holding the water. It's holding the paint. It's not holding the water. So it's like drying out kind of fast. I could try one of these other ones I have. Like I have a small um flat brush. Maybe I'll try that. Uh-oh, too much water. Flat brush is pretty nice. I think I actually like this better. Hi, Brittany Daniels. I'm trying to get as close to this as I can without doing something that I'm gonna regret. Yeah, I like the flat brush. This is nice because it really gets in there, and I can kind of turn it whichever way I want. um, I'm sorry, y'all. My dog he is something else. I love him to death because he does stuff that just makes me laugh. And I don't know, he's not doing it, obviously to make me laugh. He's just being himself, but he does some weird stuff. Like I don't think he understands yet. I mean, I'm sure he knows. He has to know, right? That his tail is like a part of him. But he um he always like kind of side eyes his tail and then like I feel like he be having internal arguments and fights with his tail, and I'm like, dude, you do know that is your tail, right? And it just be so funny. Like sometimes you'll see him, he'll just wake up out of a nap or something, and you'll just see him like get really, he's just real still, but he's looking at his tail, and like as if he doesn't know that it's his tail. And sometimes he'll go into a whole fit where he starts like chasing it and trying to snap at it and stuff. And then sometimes he just sits there for a long time and just side eyes his tail. Uh, Thank you, Taylor. Um, yeah, yeah. That's he don't want his tail, right? Right. I really honestly wonder that sometimes. I'm like, dude, do you not know what's going on, or like, are you not aware, or I'm not really sure. Um, what's happening with that situation, and it's just so funny because he'll be acting normal, and then all of a sudden you'll see him just stop whatever he's doing. Like he'll catch like a glimpse of his tail, and he's like, "Oh, you back?" And the fight starts, and it's just so funny. He just makes me laugh sometimes. So you hear me just randomly laugh, I'm not crazy. Um, I'm probably laughing at something that he did, most likely. This flat brush is for the win right now. Um, I was able to get around it. It's a little choppy looking, but it's okay. What kind of paint? I am using the Turner acrylic wash and the Holbein acrylic wash. Now for his tail, I do want that to be, um, I'm gonna try to see if I can mix, that's lavender. What did I do with those two colors I showed you guys earlier? Oh boy, here we go. Oh, here it is, okay. Um, I'm gonna try to mix this misty blue with this aqua blue and see if I can get it. Or I might try to mix it with gray. This is a neutral gray. Um, Let me do gray first because I don't want it to be blue. I do want it to be a bit more gray. Ooh, you do not need a lot of this. Okay, I don't need a lot of this blue, so I'm just gonna put a tiny bit and see what I get. Russian roulette. All right, let me just grab this. Me mixing this blue in with this gray looks like it did. Absolutely. Ew. What is this coming out? Okay. There's like a brown or a rust or something that just came out of this paintbrush. I don't know if it's brown or rust or what it is. Okay. This is the Hemi one, so I have to be careful because this is like a budget. Let me put this down. See, that's what I be talking about. Let me get one of my... That just kind of messed up that whole thing a little bit. Let me add a little bit more blue. Ooh, y'all. Oh, I think it's too blue now. Okay. Not as gray as I want. What about if I add... Let me see. I'm going to try to add a little bit, a tiny bit of black. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And then I'm going to add a little bit more gray. I probably should do the black and gray first. The binder is coming out of this. Okay. But we're going to add some black to this. Okay, there we go. That's the color I'm going for. All right, so I needed black. You guys know I do trial and error. Seriously. So, blue, gray, and black. Got it. I kind of want to add a little bit more, but I don't want to. All right, whatever. That's good enough. This is why I need convenience colors. I'm sure there's a color that looks exactly like this somewhere out there, and I don't have to do this part, but... And then, of course, these do dry permanent, so if I screw anything up, it will, I can go right over the top, which is lovely. Because I'll be messing up. I do mess up too sometimes, y'all. I ain't perfect. For those out there that think I got it together, I don't. I don't. I promise you I don't. A lot of my dealings is trial and error. A lot of error. More error than trial. Oh, you know what? That is... Oh, no, that's part of his fin. No, it's not. I think that should have been... That's part of the water. We'll get to that. So yeah, I was hoping Mary got back on so I could I'm waiting her because I know she got some of the Turner acrylic wash and I was waiting. I know she tired of me. I'm like, Mary, I want to see you use it, but I know she gonna let me know when she goes live, so I don't have to worry about the YouTube notifications messing up, not working. Cause I always miss whoever's like live. I'd be missing them. I'd be like, how? And I'd be like, okay, YouTube. Now I have bell notifications turned on for like the main people I watch. Do your job and actually notify me, please. Does anybody know who is the one hosting the mermaid coloring? I don't. I do not know. Um, okay, so it's still a little wet. All right, I need to, I missed some of that right there. So I'm just gonna add a little bit. I thought that was part of his tail, but it's not. Okay. Amy, hi Amy. Come to watch the struggle because that's kind of what it is right now. I was able to mix like this bluish gray color, which is nice. I have to like keep a mental note of exactly how I mix some of these colors. Now I know I have like a beige in here somewhere, I think. I have like a Naples yellow, but I know I have a beige. I think one came in the Japanese set, I think. Lordy. Okay. I do need a better storage system than this too. I want something where I'm able to see all of my tubes at once. Have I gone mad? Okay, let me see. Oh, there it is. I'm like, I know for a fact. All right, there it is. Okay, there's the beige. So I need that and maybe a little bit of brown, probably. Okay. Yeah. Um, I don't know what's going on with YouTube and these notifications. They need for them to do better. But I mean, it's okay. Hopefully they do better. All right. So I do kind of want to add like a little bit of, because I don't know if I want the water to be going dark to light. It's kind of what I'm thinking, but I kind of want to dry brush it on there to make it look like it's kind of mixed in a little bit. But let's work on, I think maybe we should work on the bubbles. I pulled the beige out for his shark tooth and the little teeth. And then also, I'm gonna need like a darker, but let's finish. Okay, one thing at a time, Jazz. I do want to make a darker version of this gray, and I have to work kind of fast because these things dry quick. Darker version of this blue gray because for the fins and the the shading. Hi, Lori. I'm just playing in my paints. Trying to. I don't know. I'm trying to get a lot of this paint off of this brush. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and a lot of that. Okay. All right. I think that's darker. Only one way to find out. Yeah, slightly darker. I actually like this color better than the. And then we'll do. Yeah, it's fine. YouTube will get it together one of these days. I hope. So it's only slightly darker, which is nice. I don't think I want it to be too dark, so I'm okay with the slightly dark. Oh, the phone doesn't show. Oh, like the emojis. I've heard a few people say that too. Sometimes when they watch on certain devices, the emojis don't show. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I think we can work on the bubbles, which I was looking at this color to start with. I might add a little bit of pink. I do think I want to dry brush some of this dark blue here on the bottom. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of like the flat look. So I'm going to put some of this here for the bubbles. You usually see all the emojis on your phone. Hmm. Yeah, that is pretty odd. I might play a little bit of Infinity Nikki before I go to bed tonight. I haven't updated it yet on the PlayStation, so I have to update it. I have it on the computer, but it's like, um, I just probably think I want to play on the TV tonight. Hope these look like bubbles. I'm not finished. I think I want to add a little bit of pink to it. All right. So I think I want like I have to do the shark tooth and stuff. I'm gonna use like beige and probably some brown. Might not even need any brown. This beige is actually not bad by itself. If you use acrylic markers, can I still spray picture with fixative? Um, I'm not sure. I don't use any fixative. Um, I have really bad asthma, so I don't use like any of the fixatives or anything because I can only imagine how that would turn out. So, I'm not sure, but I would assume so. But I don't know what kind of fixative would you need because I mean, it's not like I don't. Yeah, I would assume so. I'm sure there's some kind of fixative out there for acrylic. Yeah, probably. And don't ask me where though, because I don't know. I haven't the slightest idea. I might need to pale that down a little bit. Let me get some white. That might be too dark. Tammy, like, okay, yeah, I'm not sure. Um, I don't spray fixative on any of my stuff, actually. I think there's like some kind of like maybe mixing medium or something you can put over it that you don't have to spray. I don't know what it would smell like or anything though. So unfortunately, wrong person to ask until I am able to test that out. Okay, this brush is kind of annoying. I don't know if it's what is happening right now. It's looking a different color than what's in the palette. Okay. See, I don't want it to be too brown. And I'm getting annoyed because this brush is not cooperating. And the blue keeps getting contaminated in the thing here. Okay. But that's why we have acrylic, because we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. And I think this brush is doing weird things, so I won't even use that. Okay. And I have a bunch of other brushes, but let me see. I'm trying not to spaz out right now because I'm not sure where this Hemi brush that I have is doing weird stuff. And I do have these, but these are watercolor brushes. I'm gonna try it anyway, because why not? Most of my brushes are watercolor brushes, and I don't even use watercolor like that, so that says a lot. But I have like a bunch in here that I've not even used before that I can give a go. Some of them are shaped weird. We'll try some of those. Ooh, I love using these kinds. That's good shape. Okay. I think at one point I just dumped all my brushes in like one container. But I know I have another container around somewhere. Alright, let's try this one. Yeah, I have another one around here somewhere that I have like a bunch of stuff. Brushes in. Oh, what is happening here? Okay. I'm just gonna scoop some of you out right onto this palette. Okay. And then maybe some white. Girl, that's what all that noise. Listen, I have to find a good brush. Taylor be getting on me. If it ain't the noise, it's the book flipping. She be like, girl, quit flipping them pages. Pick a page. Oh, you got your headphones on. Oh, I'm sorry, Taylor. Yeah, I know that was annoying. Okay. This looks better. And that's already dry, so I can put it right on top. ASMR. Great. Some of those ASMR videos are, I don't know, they be driving me crazy. See, this is how that was supposed to come out. The tooth. I don't know why it's so dark colored like that, but it was supposed to come out like this. Maybe I can go right on top. Let me stop trying to go on top. But it is, okay, it's lightening up a little bit. All right. The little teeth, I kind of did wanted to do, I wonder if I can do like a gray with that. I'm just gonna put like a little bit, like for the shading. Because I mean, I know their teeth aren't like completely brown. You know what I mean? So we'll do a little bit of shading. I'll try to. Okay. So we should have did with the tooth. That's okay. All right. And then what I can do, well, we'll do it afterwards because he is also white. So that would make me sense. Okay. I don't think I have a pale pink. Matter of fact, I know I don't have a pale pink. I do have um, this deep pink, and I can add some white to it, I guess, for the bubbles. I can do that. Running out of space. I should have picked a bigger. I have a bigger one of these, but I didn't feel like cleaning it. So here we are. I'm also running out of white. Well, not running out, but my white is depleting very quickly. Okay, what do I do with that brush? So I'm gonna try this one. What color would the pink and tan color make? What tan color? This one? I do, but not for the not for the pink. The tan was for the beige color I was using. I was going to add some on there, but I didn't need to. There's my poor little voice like leaving me again. Like, bro, we just talked about this voice. Were you supposed to like work for me and not do strange things? She said, forget it. I'm sorry, Taylor. I'm just mixing the pink with white. That's what's making this pink paler. But the tan and pink, it'll probably darken the pink, if anything, if that's what you're asking, because it's a dark color. I'm trying to lighten it. She said, let me lay down. No, you're good. I don't mind the questions. Bubbles are actually turning out like bubbles. Okay. And then also, I can always come in with paint marker and uh, paint marker and clean up whatever needs to be cleaned up. Too much water. I'm always fighting with these, trying to get the consistency right. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Okay, I am gonna grab some white and add to this shark tooth, but I want to do it after I line miso. And I do have some gray, so I'm just gonna use this neutral gray, I think, for him. If I need to, I'll mix it with something else, but I don't think I will need to. I see this water droplet on this brush, and I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna wait till I start painting, and then it's gonna drop down, and it's gonna mess the whole thing up. All right. So, where do I want the shading for him? I don't even know. Part of me doesn't even want to shade him. I just want to leave him all white. I can create a paler white. I mean, a paler gray. Great. Now it's enough water on the brush. Do I like the shading? Yeah, I kind of do. I have to look at it for a minute. Like, do I want to do this before I actually commit to it? I'm probably gonna need a thicker brush though. Probably. I also could just line them. All right, this brush is getting on my nerves. Time to switch. Need something a little thicker. Just a little bit thicker. Not too much longer, guys. We probably won't, like I said, I won't finish it on the live, but I did want to start it with you guys just to show you like, hey, I'm actually playing in my paint like I said I wanted to. Not sure where I want the shading on that side yet. I would assume underneath. And then we'll do a little bit of shading for down here. Because of the teeth. I think I'm gonna put it underneath. Yeah, I like that. That works perfectly. Okay. It's coming together. It's coming together. It's gonna take some time for it to be completely done, but it's a good start. That's what I'm telling myself. Okay. So I think for the shark tooth, the necklace piece, gotta create some shading for that. Okay. Ooh, I could probably add like some sparkles to this. Just saying. But the sparkles probably won't last. They usually don't last too. I can probably add like some watercolor sparkles, but like sparkles, they probably won't last. Way too much water. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be sold on these gray eyes yet, but for now, they kind of fit the picture, so I might. And then I'll go around with a white pen to kind of clean him up a bit. I feel like I need to add a little bit of yellow in those bubbles. And then also, I need a highlight blue for this here. Which I'm thinking, where's it at? I'm gonna put a little bit more of the sky blue down and just mix some white. Where can I put it? I guess here. We'll do like a white and blue highlight for that. I don't really have any space. Okay. Yeah, that works. Something like that. I think I do want to add just a touch of yellow in the bubbles. Let me see what kind of yellow I got here. I need like a pale yellow. Oh, cute. I have an actual pale yellow. It's called pale yellow. I might use that. Woo! Almost knocked over the paint water. The dirty paint water. Okay, that's a bit of a, that's really bright. So I'm gonna mix some white. White solves everything until I get some different colors. And I'm just gonna put it like right next to the pink. It's kind of in random places. Yeah, that works. Perfect. Okay. So I think I like it like this. I don't think I'm gonna add the I was gonna add a darker blue for the background, but I kind of like it flat, so I'm not gonna do that. I am going to put some highlight colors on these fins, which is just gonna probably be gray and white. Oh dang it! I put that in the dirty water. I mean, I put the dirty brush in the clean water. That's okay. I'm gonna change the water for both of these. They've been sitting for a while. Okay. So now that this part's done, um, I am going to take a white pen and just kind of clean it up a little bit and go around the bubbles probably with white also. I'm thinking of going around the whole thing with white, but I don't know if I'm gonna like the look of that, so I might just leave it. But yeah, so that's it, guys. I don't want to hold you too long. This part should be dry, so I'm gonna like very carefully peel it up and pray it didn't go underneath. It probably did because I'm not usually really good at I have two layers because this tape is pretty it tends to rip my paper. So I put like some cheap washi tape down first and then I put the stronger one on top. So we'll see. But let's peel it off because the background is done. I just need to work the details. And I'm actually thinking of turning this into not only a print, well, I'm definitely turning it into a print, but I am also thinking of turning it into a coloring postcard set. So it'll be this and the bow one when I do her. But look how cute that is. And so once I go around it with the white, it's pretty much gonna be done. Just a little cute mermaid sketch, and this is some good paper too. The only part that buckled a little bit is this one bubble. for some reason. I probably put too much water, knowing me. But yep, so prints of this will be in my shop. Uh, Slowly. The prints won't be on watercolor paper. They will be on probably 110 or 120 paper. They'll be matte. I might have them professionally printed though, because I don't feel like cutting paper and then I don't want the edges to be weird looking. So I'll probably just have them professionally printed. I'm probably going to do like limited copies though, because I don't want to print a crap ton and then they're just sitting in the shop. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out with me while I do this. Yuki, can I say bye in peace? Thanks for hanging out with me while I do this, guys. And I will post the finished once I'm done like lining it and everything. I will post it in the community tab so you guys can see it. And that's it. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the way out. And I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Maybe we'll do both tomorrow because this was kind of fun. I enjoyed playing with my paint. So see you guys later. Bye.